Hello, it's almost Easter, so today I've got both an easy and a difficult nail art look for you. The difference is obvious. So yeah, let's get started. I'll start out with the easy one. For that I used Essence the Gel Nail Polish in Let's Get Lost, New York color Lexington Yellow, and 3 hugs from the old Essence nail polishes. I'll just also list them down below in the description box in case it goes too fast. Also, I used a big and a small dotting tool. You could also use a toothpick or something like that if you don't have dotting tools. And lastly, the Catrice Matte and More top coat. And the color I use behind that is a gel nail polish, a green gel nail polish by Warm Pretty Store. But a regular, a regular pale green nail polish will do as well. So yeah, I pretty much just use the dotting tool to make the same sort of patterns that I would, paint on an Easter egg. I decided against going for a, egg color as a background. Simply because I did want it to fit the middle nail, and the middle nail is going to be green in the background, and I don't know, I just thought green looked more cute, I guess, than, pale-ish brown. Yeah. So yeah, I just started out with the pink, and then moved on to the next shade. I just did it color by color, and just pretty much, yeah, just did a random pattern. Just something easy, it doesn't have to be perfect, because, well, I don't know about you, but when I paint Easter eggs, they never do turn out picture perfect. Like, they never turn out like the ones in comic books and all, where all the lines are completely straight and even. Mine always turn out crooked, and if I do this sort of thing, like, when like a wavy line sort of seems to like go around the entire egg, for some reason I never end up at the same point where I started. Like, seriously, if I would try to build a tunnel or something, like they both start on one side and then go towards each other. That would be a complete disaster with me because both sides would never meet each other. Like, seriously, when I try to make a circle around an egg, it always turns into a spiral. But yeah, that's of course easier on nails because you don't have to go all around it. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't recommend it with nail polish. But yeah, I just did a random pattern in 3 colors. You could also add more colors, but I wanted to keep it quite not too much, I guess. I don't know, I prefer it when colors in designs like these sort of, are repeated. So yeah, I just went for yellow and blue and pink. Alternatively, if you don't have many nail polish shades, but still want to do a nail art, you could also use acrylic paint. That would work as well. Although I actually have no idea how that would turn out with the dotting tool. I've honestly never tried. But yeah, once everything was dry, I added the matte top coat. This is sort of a 3D, they call it a 3D matte top coat. It's sort of shimmery, matte but shimmery. Pretty interesting. And yeah, then on to the difficult nail. For that I use heaps and heaps of acrylic paint. Just a lot of colors. And then also a detail brush and a fan brush. I bought these nail art brushes at either eBay or Born Pretty Store at some point in time, by the way. And lastly, I used the gel-like top coat by Catrice. So yeah, what I started out with first, again, was the green gel nail polish by Born Pretty Store. And then I just sort of roughly put green on top of it, green acrylic paint with a fan brush. Followed by yellow in sort of the other direction. Just to give the background sort of a more interesting look to it, I guess. I don't know, grass with the sunlight on it maybe. Or slightly yellowed grass. Let's keep it at the first one, it sounds nicer. And then I decided to test my skills and try to paint a Easter bunny with a basket of Easter eggs on its back. So I started out with the back. I'm not sure why, it just seemed easiest at the time. Well, really, I'd never painted anything like this before, just to be clear. I do recommend actually starting out with the head. It's probably easier, or maybe with the body. Or maybe I should just practice painting a lot more. But either way, I started out with the basket, then painted its head, then started on its body. And then started adding its legs. Also quite an important feature of a rabbit. And then of course its hind leg, other hind leg. Yep. And its front paws, like it's walking, for some reason it's walking on its hind legs. I don't know, Easter bunnies usually seem to walk on their hind legs. in comic books and in cartoons, so let's just keep it at that. And then, of course, the long ears. Also in the Netherlands, the Easter bunny is actually a hare. I'm not sure if there's a reason for the difference. Maybe it just sounded more fun. In Dutch it's called paashaas. So yeah. And otherwise in Dutch it would be called paaskonijn, which just doesn't sound nice. An Easter hare in English would sound sort of weird. So yeah. I suppose that's why there's a difference, and it's called Easter bunny in English, even though in Dutch it's a hare. But yeah, either way, then I added some not really complete Easter eggs, just random colors, which are supposed to be Easter eggs, in the basket, just on top of it. And then I also drew his eyeball. Decided to give him blue eyes. I know most rabbits actually have brown eyes, but you know, the basket is brown, the rabbit is brown, and if I would also make the eyes brown, they wouldn't stand out at all. So yeah, this one has blue eyes. And of course a tiny little pupil. Always be very careful with black, by the way, because, you know, it's the most difficult color to remove. And it is a color that stands out very much. So yeah, I also very carefully did an outline in black. What I always do is dip the brush in black very carefully, then run it over the paper. So it sort of goes flat, and then use the flat side, so like, you know, the way that you make the thinnest possible line. And I use that to do the outline, just so it goes as thin as possible. And then I realized I actually forgot to paint its tail. So I just made a cute little white tail and then outlined it as well. It is sort of visible that the paint wasn't completely dry yet before I did the outline, because it's sort of mixed. And then also very carefully outlined its eyeball, just to give it a little bit more definition. And because I still thought the nail was slightly too empty, I also decided to add a little chiclet, because why not? Also fits with Easter, so yeah, it's a lot easier to paint actually. It's just pretty much a big yellow dot with a sort of yellow weird oval thing beneath it. Yep. And then the little mouth of the chiclet, in orange obviously. And then I also added its legs, also in orange, just nice and bright colors, just easy and cute. And this one also got yellow, or the blue eyes, because I'm not sure why really. I have no idea what color of eyes birds have naturally. I never really took notice of that. But yeah, this suited with the Easter bunny, so that's why I chose that color. And then I also outlined him as well. And then lastly, I added the top coat. It wasn't completely dry yet, so I had to fix it later. You can see the duck smearing a little. Duck, chiclet, yeah, smearing a little, oops. So yeah, pro tip, do make sure that it's completely dry before adding top coats. And then here is the final result. As I said, bold and easy and a difficult look. You know, something for everyone. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!